believe this is the first time Florida State and Florida play in the regular season on a non-Saturday since 1979. I wasn't alive. I don't believe you were alive yet, David. Logan definitely wasn't alive.
Stop
Mark?
right there.
Mark?
Whoa.
Mark, were you around for that one there?
No.
No.
I have no idea. 1979, that's like ancient history. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I,
for the record, like the Friday night game because I'm the guy that's trying to watch everyone, and I can just watch Florida State.
That is the only benefit. That is the only benefit of it.
I love it.
I will say this, though. I think it's good because after what we were last season, both of us coming into this season, neither one of us could argue for a Saturday spot. We couldn't argue for a Saturday 3:30 or Saturday night spot because both of us were hot garbage last season. We finished the year 5-7. You finished the year 6-7 after losing to UCF in the Gasparilla Bowl. I think going into this game, I think this is going to be a very good spot for both teams. We're coming in, like I said, we're coming in 8-3. You're coming in 6-5. Both of us have winning records at this point, and I think it's going to give us both that chance to shine. It's going to give us both that shot to, hey, the winner of this game is going to be impressive. If Florida can come in, get the upset win, you come in 7-5, going into, obviously, that jacks up your bowl stock at that point. If Florida State can get a win, you're state champs for the first time since 2016. You have an outside shot at maybe, I'm going to say it, I'm going to manifest this into reality. The Orange Bowl is still a shot.
Yeah.
You know, the Gator Bowl is there. The Citrus Bowl is there. It improves a lot of things. It gives you that chance to go into a 10-win season into what next year, like Logan said, could be competing for an ACC title. David, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yep.
I'm going to have you finish this sentence for me. Obviously, Florida State's a 9.5-point favorite coming to this game. Florida pulls off the upset and gets a win if
200 yards rushing. It's going to take that. That's the only. I mean, pretty much. I think 210 has been the number for Florida this year. If they run for 210 or more, they've won every time. If they don't hit that mark, they lose. And now, given the status of Florida's passing game and wide receivers, Florida's probably going to have to run for 200 yards to even have a chance to win in this game. So I think for Florida's offense, it is at about 200 yards rushing. They're going to have to get near that to win. And maybe even for the other side of the ball, not saying he can't do it, but I think the only way for Florida is make Jordan Travis beat you. Because if FSU runs on Florida, it's over with. I don't see any way Florida wins this game if FSU gets their ground game going. And Jordan Travis is more than capable of beating Florida. But I think you have to find out that's the only way that, I think for Florida's defense to stay in this game is to put it all on Jordan Travis and make him beat you.
Logan, on the flip side of that, Florida State hasn't won 9 games in a regular season since the 2016 season. Florida State gets their 9th win of the season if
Florida State takes care of Anthony Richardson. I think that's a big thing there because he can be really elite with his legs. I mean, he can use his legs, and he's also got a cannon of an arm. Losing the wide receivers definitely hurts, but Florida State has given up some passes. They've gotten better, but you're really relying on Renardo Green right now as being your top cornerback. You've seen Greedy Vance go in and play really well with at the nickel position alongside with Kevin Knowles, but Florida State's and Adam Fuller, I think, have got to play how they did a little bit with Malik Cunningham. You're going to have to put Kalen DeLoach off to the side with him, watch him, and now you're starting to bring down Jamie Robinson quite a bit more, which I've loved. It brings me back to like Derwin James days where I wish, freaking Kelly would have used him in the right area and bring him down the goal line. There's certain things where I think Jamie Robinson plays better, and it's him coming down and crashing. And I think, Kalen DeLoach, if he's going to be good to go. He's good to go this Friday night, but he's going to be eyeing him down, and that's what they used against Malik Cunningham. There was a few times where, God, they could have came away with multiple tackle for losses there just because Kalen has that speed. But, Richardson is a talented quarterback, and you saw what they did last year to Florida State. And Florida State, I want to bring this up, Florida State was still at that last little point with the team there, some guys in the locker room they still had to move on from. It was an immature team down there in Gainesville. They came in cocky. They came in thinking, all right, this is an interim head coach. We're going to come in and win, and this is going to be easy peasy. But you know what? That was a team that was fired up with the Gators down there, and they held their own. Florida State, I think that we've seen maturity big time, definitely on the road, and I want to see that switch is going to have to be made in order to beat Florida on Friday night. You can't go into this one being cocky like they did last year. And I think Mike Norvell has learned a lot from last year. Look back to the Jacksonville State game. There's a lot of learning that they had to do, and it's shown going into this season. And we'll see on Friday night.
Logan, we made an agreement not to talk about that game ever again. Didn't happen. Just like
Georgia. That's last week for us too.
If we can't talk about Georgia Southern for them in 2013, we can't talk about Jacksonville State for us.
Oh yeah.